was correct. We only have one Venom Leader and one reward card left. So, unfortunately, this great event will be leaving. I will be putting these out on the the zone we just cleared, and this says global effect during the tactical phase. When they combating any other Venom Leader, lower the combat leader's value by 2, which means we have to go after him first. El Guapo. Ouch. Well, that's a global effect, so let's throw that on him. And let's look at our next event card. Oh no, we get another Venom Strikes. Venom's Sinister Plot advances. Move the event track up by 1 and see the mission for the effects. We have another global effect, so let's just put a token on that. During the tactical phase, after Venom support abilities have taken effect, you double the total combat dice given by Freedom support. Oh, not by the leader, but by the support. So in this case, you would want to bring as many of the small recruits in as you could. That is still very beneficial to us. And let's see. Word has gotten out that Venom is targeting members of Freedom Squadron. All soldiers in the training ground cost 1 extra. This effect lasts the rest of the game. Oh, so recruiting just got harder. Because word has spread that these Freedom Force soldiers are being targeted like in their off time, and they are, yeah, that's going to hurt a little bit. But this is going to be beneficial, and we're so close to the end of the game, I think that this won't hurt us that bad. Let's go back to the table. So I did a little cleanup, got El Guapo here, got this filled, and did everything off camera. And player 1, 3, 4, 5, 6. And the cheapest card down here is a 7, but you got to remember it actually costs 8 now. That would be the Sky Carrier, which is a great card. And then we also have the USS Freedom down here, which is a location. That's amazing. But we can't afford anything, and that's okay. But he is definitely going to go after El Guapo. So General Steel is going to lead the combat. And even though Selkie does not provide any benefit or any dice, by joining him, she will count as a soldier and increase his value. So she will go, Sledge will go, the Commando, and the Recruit. So his value is now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we will give him 5 dice for now. And then we will give the Recruit and the Commando a support die. They are just tagging along to offer their support. But then we have player 3 drew double vision again, and they're going to send Rex in for his tactical phase ability. And since he is in the combat, we will increase General Steel's attack. That is awesome. And we still have this in effect for the rest of the game. Even though we are now on phase 2, it says that phase 1 is in effect for the rest of the game. So let's increase General Steel's combat leadership one more time. Now, El Guapo has 4 Venom support, plus the 1 from this ambush. So let's go ahead and do that. And I'm about to have to shuffle up the Venom support deck. After Venom support abilities have taken place, double the total combat dice given by the Freedom support. Now this is what I don't know. Is it just these 2 dice, or he gets dice from all the people that are coming to him? I'm going to assume it's only these 2. Even though they technically give him dice. Somebody let me know if I'm doing that wrong also, because that would be super powerful to send General Steel in while this event is out. Discard 1 Freedom support. Oh, let's put El Guapo on 2 health and 3 armor. We're not in the sea, so just 1 armor. Ooh, I don't like that going up so high. When drawn, discard one random freedom support card, and if the card is a vehicle, it won't be. But we're going to discard one random, but we have to do that now. So we can't... That's an ambush, so we can't use his ability. Oh, this could be awful. And this is awkward. And of course it's Rex. During the tactical phase, I choose one Venom support and all their abilities that would add health or armor subtract instead. And any ability that would lower the combat leader's attack instead adds. He is amazing, and he's discarded, so that means that player 3 won't even get to use this during their turn. That is unfortunate. Let's keep going. We have to do it again. I haven't looked, so we'll just discard this, and we will not get +1 to all our combat die rolls. And tactical phase. Look at the top card from your draw deck and add its recruiting to the Venom Leader's armor. Discard the revealed card. And we are not in the C location, so let's see what the top card would be. That would be 3. So we're going to add 3 to his armor. Are you kidding me? This is ridiculous. 1, 2, 3. That's a 7. Without Sledge, I can't roll 7s. And let's see here. This would discard 1 now because they don't have a way to target that. Yeah. Discard 1. Well, we'll just discard her. And since that's discarded, actually, 2 people have been discarded, so they're not supporting him anymore. So he loses 2 dice. And I think that would be it. Now, after those have been, we got real lucky because now we get to double the total of dice, which is basically getting us back the dice we already had. Yippee! But I can't roll 7s. I cannot roll 7s. And I have no way to reduce his armor. This is a failed combat. Yay! On to player 2. Reset that, not that it matters. We have 2, 4, 6, 8. 8 would be just enough to buy this at 7 + 1. So they'll buy the Sky Carrier. And I don't know if you saw, but they have Corporal Carnage. Now he cannot add 2 to the combat value if he is the leader, though. So let's see. Is there an Arctic zone that I think I can beat, even with him? She would only get 2. Let's see. Freedom Squadron event effects and teamwork ability. Well, we don't have a teamwork, but this is a Freedom event card, which would double the dice that. So we'd get 1 extra die, which is not a huge deal. They don't work against her. Randomly discard 1 freedom support card after a combat leader is chosen. That could be dangerous. So do we just go for El Guapo again and miss out on the Arctic? See, lower the Venom Leader's health by 1 or lower it by 2 in an Arctic zone. I hate to do it, but let's just go for El Guapo again because he is so annoying. Buffing up all the other people. So there's 5. And there's 1 from the recruit. And then these have tactical abilities. So we will look at that in a moment. He gets 2. And then I need to shuffle. 4 + 1, 5. And let's see. I think we're ready to start flipping the cards to see what happens. Hopefully I don't get any ambushes, but we'll see. +1 armor. Starts at 2 health and 3 armor. So that's 4 armor. Possibly. Tactical phase. Look at the top card from your draw deck and add its recruiting to their armor. Now I'm not going to do that yet, just in case I have a way of disabling that card, so I guess I should not use it. I'm not going to increase his armor either, just in case I have a way of disabling that. We're in the air, not the sea, so +1 health. And discard a support vehicle, which we don't have, so it doesn't matter, and +1 health. So really, this would be the horrible card we need to get rid of. Every Freedom Squadron soldier in play with a value of 2 or higher, you increase the combat leaders by 1. So here's 1, there's 2, and then him himself. It doesn't say support, it says every Freedom Squadron card. So you would count the leader himself. She doesn't count. Okay, so he got us some extra die. We're going to lower his health by 1, but it can never go below 1. And we can lower the dice rolled in half after the abilities take place. It would be 3, 6. Right now we're at 9 +1 would be 10. We'd be at 5. Let's see what his armor is at before we do that. So the Wasp will give +1 armor. This, wait, +1 health, +1 health, so up to 3. We don't have a vehicle to discard. This says to look at the top card of our draw deck. It's a 2, so we increase his armor to 2, and it's now at 6. This would reduce we only need 3 successes. This will give us an extra die now that all those are resolved. So it's 3, 6, 10, 5 dice. If we reduce our dice to half, we can add 3 to the road combat because we need 6s. So will I get 3 6s out of 10 dice, or can I get 3 3s out of 5 dice? Yeah. So I think we're going to do that. So we've lowered his health. We've increased the dice that he earned. So now, after the Venom support abilities have taken effect, half the final total of all combat dice for the combat leader and all Freedom support cards round it down. So we're just going to take away half. So we have 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we get 2, 4, 5 dice. But during the combat phase, we get to add 3 to the rolled value. I don't know if it'll focus on that. There we go. Add 3 to the rolled value of all combat dice. Because their armor is so high, but their health is so low. So I'm hoping his effect won't take place. We did that. We did that. So I am hoping that I can get on these 5 dice 3 rolls of 3 or higher. And we did it. We did it. So now during the combat phase, she will add 3 to the rolled value of all combat dice. So we have a 6, a 7, and 2 8s. That is enough to finally take out Guapo. Get him off the board. Let's see what we get. If it'll focus, I'll just do it here. Morse intercepts signals on a captured radio that led him to believe Venom is heading to Mars to unearth the ruins of the destroyed Robocon sword cruiser, Dark Void. Key members of Freedom Squadron join him and set off on a journey to the Red Planet to stop Venom's plans. Once per game, you can use this card to look at 2 cards per player from the recruitment deck. Starting with you, each player takes one of these cards and adds it to their hand. Wow! Or play. In turn order. Retire any cards not chosen. Wow, that's amazing. So everybody's just going to get a free recruit. But that doesn't finish the game for us. But we still have some people out here. We have nothing to refill that section with. So that's fine. 1, 2, 3, 4. They will need to shuffle their deck. And I hate having to do all this shuffling on camera. It just slows down the game. But got to do that. Check for teamwork. No teamwork. And we're on to player 3. They are 1 card short because they used this to help out. But they're going to use during the recruitment phase. Let me fill up this. They're going to look at the top 3 cards and choose one. So maybe they can get something. They're not going to do that. So we have 3, 4, 5, 6. The avalanche costs 5 plus 1 would be 6. So that's just enough to get the avalanche. Now, where are we going? Well, we're going to go up here. This person is the lowest support, and we won't get the bonus there, and we can't get teamwork. Nobody has teamwork out, so let's go there. During the tactical phase, choose one of the following. Before choosing a leader, we can look at the top 2 cards from our deck and choose one, or we can discard 1 random Venom support card. Well, they are going to get 1 and 2, so we're going to do that. We're going to choose that they're going to discard 1 of their random Venom support soldiers and hope that they get a soldier out there. And that, so they're going along in the combat just to do that. They're basically one-shotting one of the supports. So we have 3, 4 dice. Not great, but not bad. 3 and 1. Now he will not get his bonus because of this, because she blocks that. So she's at 3 health and 4 armor. Let's see. Venom support is Sidewinders and Nighthawks. So we get to randomly. I tell you what we're going to do. I've kind of mixed them up, but we're going to do odd and even. Even. We got rid of the Nighthawks, which is very good. That has that ambush effect. This says discard 1 freedom support. Well, let's just discard her. We've already used her ability. Can't we do that? Or actually, we could just discard her. That way, let's say they are in combat together. I'll just stick them all in combat and say they all went along, because technically you're supposed to, I don't have the room. You're supposed to put all your cards in play and then choose how to use them and play them, and you don't discard them until the end of the turn unless something tells you to discard them. This says to discard 1. Well, I'm just going to tell Double Vision to stay back. We didn't use her anyway. That way she's still in combat and her ability would take place to get rid of the Nighthawk. Although that would have went first. I'm not sure on the timing, but I'm pretty sure that works out. Because this says you would have discarded 1 random freedom support. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's just see what would have happened. 5. So technically, if I did cheat earlier, I just rolled to randomly discard her when it was drawn, and then she could use her ability to discard this one since they've already activated. Either way, nothing is happening. She has no support. She has 3 health, 4 armor, so we need 4s or higher. Hope you followed along with my craziness, but it works out. And we got 3 rolls of 4 or higher. So we finally took out them, and that's the last ambush. We just won. In order to thwart this ambush, discard all Freedom Squadron and Venom support cards in play. Then place the top 5 cards from your draw deck into play. Place a random Venom Leader and reward card from the box in this zone and begin a new combat. What? Starting at the tactical phase. If you fail, discard the Venom Leader reward card and fail this ambush. Are you kidding me? So to win the game, we have to win another random combat. So we got to discard all this. Top 5 cards of their deck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Not even going to look at them right now. And I have to go get a random Venom Leader out of the box. And place a random Venom Leader and reward card from the box. And I have to do that in case I fail and the game keeps going. That zone will be filled. So I'm going to pause the camera and come back. This is ridiculous. Well, if we wasn't having just some of the worst luck, I swear. Okay, doesn't really matter what that reward is, especially if we win this combat. So here are the rest of the Venom Leaders. We will randomly draw one after the shuffle. And we get Vipers, of course. During the tactical phase, you draw 2 event cards and ignore any Freedom Squadron events and immediately resolve the Venom events as normal. All round-long effects remain, as well as the effects current until the next event phase. This is amazing. So we're going to draw 2. We ignore this because I believe this is one only for Freedom Force. Half the Venom Leaders. Yep. And let's see what this one is. A new virtual arcade sporting high-tech war games turns out to have ties to Venom, who are using children to remotely pilot wasps in actual battlefields. Ouch. Uplink and wildcard hack into the system to shut it down. Global effect. After Venom supports have been drawn, choose 1 Venom support card and 1 Freedom support card to discard. Now let's see what she says. Resolve the Venom effects as normal, but ignore Freedom effects. So basically, we lose 1 support card. But it doesn't say random. Choose. So we will have to lose 1 of our support cards. She has 4 armor, only 2 health. She gets 2 support plus 1. 1, 2, 3. Let's see. Well, we're going to send him into as the leader because he gets 4. This is going to be our best chance. 1, 2, 3, 4. But we have to discard 1 randomly. They're all the same. Well, technically one's a recruit, one's a commando, and 3 are recruits. But they all just add 1 value. Tactical phase, plus 1 armor, and lower the combat leader by 1 for every Venom Leader you have captured. They have captured 3, 4. Are you kidding me? Lower his attack by 4? Lower the combat leader by 1. We can't lower it anymore. And plus 1 armor. So I need 2 6s to win the game. Is this right? Let me make sure. Ignore any Freedom Squadron events. So I can't double these dice from the recruits either. Of course we lose. So this ambush failed. I don't even know if I have enough ambushes left in the game to win now. But she stays out, and this is horrible. Those dreadnoughts are dangerous late game. Lower the combat leader's attack value by 1 for every Venom leader you have captured. And we got the Vipers out there, which I'm not even going to go after her. She does not have an ambush card under her, which is what we need to win, so I'm definitely going to move on somewhere else. That was third player's turn anyway, so these would technically stay in effect until the next event phase, but that is now, so we'll do away with that. What a horrible ambush. I'm just fortunate that Vipers does not have the global effect for the extra event cards. So our new event, Venom storms the headquarters of the UN while they are in session and takes them hostage. Venom threatens to set off a bomb in the building if their demands are not met, and now Freedom Squadron must protect their leaders. Retire a random card from the training ground and place this card in one of the 5 main spaces. This card remains in the space, counting towards the refill minimum until a Venom leader is defeated and is not discarded when a new event card is drawn. When the Venom leader is defeated, discard this card.